what's going on, guys? My name is Shanimal and welcome back to VOTR. This might not be so familiar to you guys because I actually recorded, like, this is episode 42 and I actually recorded an episode 42, but I wasn't really into it and I just didn't like the way it turned out. But we are in a new area. I do still have my other village somewhere that way, I think. But I was getting tired of the snow and I wanted to move on to a new area. We will still, work on that area a little bit, but I noticed that in that area it's a bit scattered and not really put together. So this one I'm going to make more of a village. So I got two little, buildings going on. They're all going to be pretty much made out of sandstone, wood, and glass frames and all that. And I'm making this big building here. All four walls are going to look like this, but it's taking me a while. But I decided to hop on and record and just talk about few things. I really want to work on my commentary, and as a Let's Player, you want to keep your viewers interested. You don't want to just sit here and randomly click on blocks and expect them to sit there for 15-20 minutes and not click away. I don't even know if I watch it for a good 30 seconds. It gets kind of boring, so I want to try to work on keeping you guys entertained a little bit more, talking about just kind of what's going on and stuff. I did have a question from a viewer. I forget where I put it, so I'm trying to actually remember what they said. I probably should have looked at that before I started doing this, but you guys know me, I'm very unorganized. But once I find that question, I will answer it, or if I do remember it. But I'm just gonna answer a few questions that you guys might think of. I don't know if I already answered some of these questions, but I'm just gonna go ahead and talk. So the first thing I want to talk about is how I got interested in video games to begin with, whether it's computer games, whether it's console games, whatever. It was actually, I have three brothers. Two are older, one is younger, and my oldest brother is really into like the games, the video games and PC games like World of Warcraft, RuneScape when that was popular, Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, which are console games, games like that, more fantasy games. And he actually introduced me to World of Warcraft years and years ago, and I loved it. I loved the feeling of escaping from reality by just simply playing a video game. It was a whole new feeling. I could be, whoever I wanted in that game. You know what, let me go to sleep real quick. I really don't like working in the dark, especially when recording. I am in creative mode, to let you guys know, and I'm also playing on peaceful just because there is nothing more frustrating than a creeper frog in my throat, blowing up what you had been working on for a long time. So that's really frustrating. So in order of me not to rage quit, I'm going to leave it on peaceful, and I'm sorry if you guys want to see a creeper blow up my hopes and dreams, but unfortunately I'm not gonna let that happen. But what was I talking about? Oh, right. So like I said, I loved the feeling of being whoever I wanted to be. It was kind of nice, when I was in high school and had a rough day, or if I had a rough day at work, I would come home and just kind of be in my own world, I guess you could say. So that's how I got introduced, and then I started playing games on the console. I loved Crash, I loved Sonic, I loved Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts. The only thing with me is, though, I don't usually tend to finish games. I don't actually ever think I actually completed a game. I never completed any of the Final Fantasies, either Kingdom Hearts. I kind of got bored of it for a while, and then I'd move on to another game, and then I'd go back to it a lot later. Sorry for my stuttering, I'm really bad today. I'd go back to it a lot later, and a lot of the times my game files were deleted or whatever, so I had to start from scratch, and then the same kind of process started. I would, you know, play it for a good month or so, be really into it, not want to leave my computer or chair or wherever I was. And then all of a sudden, I just wouldn't want to play it. And that exact thing, that exact thing happened with World of Warcraft. I was actually a guild leader with one of my Canadian friends, Devin, and we were really into it. We actually, you know, met the goals of dungeons and raids every week, made sure of that, you know, got suggestions from guild members and everything, and then just one day I totally just didn't care to play it anymore, and I've been pretty much MIA for about 3 months. I still keep in touch with Devin on Facebook and everything, but with World of Warcraft, not so much. I know there'll be a time where I all of a sudden want to go back and play it, but I highly doubt there's going to be many guild members left over with no guild masters. And so yeah, so pretty much all my hard work went down the drain, but it was fun for the time being. And that's kind of why I like Minecraft so much, because this game has like no storyline. You can, you know, make it an adventure if you want. You can build what you want. There's no scripted gameplay. I don't really know the right words I'm trying to think of, but oh shit, I think my timer might have stopped. Let me just check that. No, it's still going. Okay. There's no scripted gameplay, and so you have complete control, complete creative control over what you do in this game, and that's why I'm not so much into the adventure side of this game, where you actually go and explore dungeons and everything. I feel like it gets a bit repetitive, and I mean, you can find an abandoned mine shaft or a stronghold or something, or even go into the nether, but that's not really my forte, I guess you could say. I'm really into more of the building side. I really like trying to get creative. This building actually here is based off a picture I found on Google. When it comes to me, I'm really not creative from scratch. I need a little bit of a push. And then after that, I take things into my own hand, but I could never think of this just from my own mind, even though they're just such simple shapes, just stacked on top of each other, literally. I wouldn't be able to think of this, and I was trying to think, you know, like what would look good in a desert, made out of sandstone, and this particular building was actually made out of sandstone, but of course the interior I'm gonna do completely on my own. There was no interior picture or anything, and I really didn't want one. It was more of just the structure that I wanted, and then I'll add my own flair to it. But right now I'm pretty much doing the frame, and then I'll take it from there. So I actually did that with the snow biome world too. A couple of the buildings was based off of pictures I had found, and you guys know this. I'm not afraid of hiding that. I'm not creative in the creative world. But yeah, that's what I do. So yeah. So what else to talk about? I think I may be doing another house tour video soon. If you guys haven't seen my first one, well, actually, okay, for my subscribers that don't know this, I moved into my house about 4 months ago, and I did a house tour of when it was first done. It's still pretty much just as messy. A lot of things still don't have a place. I'm still rearranging furniture that I really don't know what to do with, whether I get rid of it or whether I keep it. So it's still pretty clustered, and it's driving me crazy, but there's not a lot I can do, you know, a little at a time. So I just try to keep it neat as possible, as in like doing dishes and all that fun stuff. But again, things get very dirty. One of my best friends, he's actually now my boyfriend. I've known him for about 6 years, and I don't think you guys knew this because I didn't really announce it, but my other boyfriend had broken up with me the beginning of December, and me and TJ had never lost touch, which is my current boyfriend. We never lost touch, and then like I figured out that I liked him again, and blah blah blah, all that, you know, gushy stuff. Alright, so I finished. But basically what I was saying is he moved in and he brought over 2 cats a brother and a sister. And I will continue the story in a second. I just want to see what I should do with these open spaces. I kind of want to close them off, but I don't know if I should use this sandstone or the other kind of sandstone. So I guess I'm just going to go ahead and try both out. And see how it looks. Let's try this. We'll just do that. Alright. I don't know. I feel like maybe we could do something like that. So it's basically building. Oh, that looks complicated. Okay. Alright, so I'll just have to recreate that on either side, and then we're gonna have to go in and oops, fill that in. Same thing with the other side. Speaking of video games, I had bought a Xbox Black Friday. At first I started using it like crazy. Oops, don't want to do that. First I started playing it like crazy, but as time progressed, I really didn't want to play it as much. I still play it, but not like I did. I don't know. Why does that look different? Okay, that's why. Okay. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode here. So we do have a new location. We're in the desert. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.
낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자 밤이 오면 심장이 뜨거워지는 여자 그런 반전 있는 여자